Hi everybody. I just wanted to do a quick update. I finished my radiation therapy. I was supposed to go another week, and when I went in a couple days ago, they said tomorrow's your last day. And so I kind of thought, well, we'll see. Don't get your hopes up. But when I went in the next day, they said, yep, this is your last day. And in fact, they gave me this certificate where everybody has signed it, all the staff signed it. So kind of cheesy, but at the same time, I'll probably put it in a box and maybe scrapbook it later. I'm really bad about scrapbooking. Somehow, I think, I can be so artistic and do all this scrapbooking, and I get all the supplies, and then it just doesn't happen. I couldn't tell you how much I've put into arts and crafts supplies, and I'm just not artsy, and it's money down the drain. But I'll set it aside, and maybe someday great grandkids will see it and, what is this? I don't know. But I wanted to do a little bit about the radiation. I don't think I've really covered this except for the how of the very first radiation. The last week of radiation, they switch you from laying on your stomach to laying on your back. So the first few weeks, you're laying on your stomach with your boob through the hole in the table and your face in the horseshoe thing. And then they flip you over to your back. When you're on your stomach, the beam is directed directly at the cancerous section of your breast. And when they switch you over on your back, they just sort of get your whole area. Your arm is up, and so they get the whole underside, the whole around, the whole, everything. And so the table is hard as a rock. It's like you're sleeping on or laying on cold cement, or at least cement. It's, there's no cushion at all, and that makes it very uncomfortable. Luckily, it only takes a couple of minutes, so. But it is interesting in the fact that you can kind of see what's going on when you're laying on your stomach and your head's in the horseshoe. All you can see is changes in light. You can't actually see anything. And it's not that there's a lot to see, you just kind of see the machine go back and forth. You see, the light, and there's not really a lot to see, but it's, for that 2 minutes, it's a little bit more interesting. I did get a rash under my boob, like a chafing, rubbing kind of thing, where the skin just kind of rubbed away. They did tell me the first week, don't wear underwire, and so I've been wearing kind of like a sports bra, and it just doesn't hold me, and it comes up, and so I think it's just that my boob and my torso were rubbing against each other. I'm not sure. I do also, and I'm putting not Neosporin, but antiseptic lotion on that. So I'm going to see how that goes. It just started, within the last few days, not long at all. And so I'm going to see how that goes. And then I also have a rash kind of up here. It's not itching, it's just a little bit bumpy and red and dry. So I'm keeping the lotion on it. And one of the things they did, they gave me a printout of the different lotions that I could use, because they said I have to put lotion on, and the radiation does dry out the skin. And so there are certain types of lotion to use. You want to avoid certain products. They don't really go into the details of what ingredients to avoid, which kind of, it would be a lot easier if they told you avoid these types of ingredients or these certain ingredients. But because I only buy cruelty-free beauty products and cleaning products and all the other stuff, you know, I'm a cruelty-free household, and none of the products on their list was cruelty-free. None of them were vegan or anything else. They were all just name brand, buy at the drugstore kind of products. And so the only thing I could get was from their list was just straight vitamin E lotion, vitamin E cream. So I've been using that until I figure out what else to do. They did tell me on my last day, you'll need to use the cream for the rest of your life. They didn't tell me that before. So I think I'm going to experiment with some different types of lotion, cruelty-free, vegan types of lotion. And I'll let you know. I do have some Alba that I think might work. I love Alba lotion. And I have one that's like fragrance-free and all of that. Well, I don't know that it's fragrance-free, but it has a very light fragrance. It's not a strong, it's not overladen with dyes and fragrances, and but I think that one might work. So I might try that one. But until then, I've got the vitamin E cream, and I'll just keep using that. And I do want to do, going back to the cruelty-free thing, I do want to do a video on the beauty products that I used from the chemo through the radiation, because even starting with the chemo, it changed my skin so much. You know, my skin dried out, and at the same time I broke out with that horrible acne and that wouldn't go away. And so I just want to do an episode where I talk about what I used, what worked, what didn't work. You know, maybe something will click for you. I know every skin is different. Every, you know, beauty products react differently to different people, but maybe something will work for somebody out there. And so, oh, and that was another thing. I lost a fingernail. Oh, it doesn't hurt. It just it started lifting. I showed you in the other video that they were lifting. This one has decided to stay. This one said, I'm not going anywhere. I like it here. I'm gonna stay. I want to hold on. But this one wanted freedom, and it's very weird. It's like hollow inside. You can't really see too well, but it's gonna take a while to grow out. Yeah, when I go get my nails done next week, they're not gonna be able to do anything with that. And I won't be able to put acrylic on it or anything because it has to grow out. Anything I do to it will just damage it further. So I'm just kind of stuck with it. And but the one good thing is it didn't hurt while it was breaking off. It has kind of an almost numb feeling at the very end, but excuse me. But other than that was my gold last time. I got kind of a gold color. I had them, because the nails were coming off, I had them to cut them really short so that I wouldn't snag them on anything and I could try and keep them longer. It must have worked for this nail, and there were a couple on this hand that were at risk of pulling off. But this one just wanted its freedom. It wanted to go. So anyway, so that's this week, and I'm going to try and do that update on the beauty products within the next week or so. But other than that, I don't know what I'm going to do now. You know, I don't have any more appointments other than follow-up doctor visits. So it's like life goes back to normal, but it's kind of like, what is normal at this point? It's, you know, I'm so used to going and doing this therapy every morning, and all of a sudden I don't have to do that. And it was kind of weird this morning because I left early, and, you know, I left early like I normally would go to the cancer center, but then I got to work half an hour early, and so I have to adjust my schedule somehow, and I don't know. It's just kind of weird, you know, and, you know, plus there's that you've done something for so long, or at least what feels really long, and then all of a sudden it's gone, and it's not necessarily it's a bad thing that's gone, but it's just kind of different. It leaves kind of this weird place, this weird hole, this weird thing. So, and then the videos, you know, I started these to note the side effects from the chemo and what I was going through and what someone else might go through if they have to go through the chemo and the radiation. And so now that that's all done, then what do I do here? I have no idea. But like I said, I definitely want to do the beauty product video, so I will get that together. It's a matter of getting all my beauty products in one place and then filming. So I will see if I can do that this weekend. I still have no energy, so I'm trying. But that's my update for now, and as things happen, I will update you further. I'll talk to you later. Oh, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button and whatever else there is. Bye-bye.